Well, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday. It's about 6:30. We're getting ready to start this day off and change these gates out like we were talking about. These old gates, whoever built them, they were brace strong to begin with. And of course, I added the wheels, but over the years, they've just been sagging, and they're just beat up. They need to be changed. So we're gonna put some different panels in there. But we're gonna have to take these off and get to digging. But first things first, as soon as we dig holes down here to replace those worn out posts, this fence is gonna fall. So we're gonna come in here, we're gonna brace this up in a corner to keep this stable while we pull those fence posts out. I think that'll work. Anyways, that's what I'm working on right now. We'll get back to you in a minute. Well, all right, so I've got this corner braced. We've got that corner braced. My helper wants coffee, so I guess I'm gonna go inside and make some coffee. Now, I'm gonna take this drill, screw gun. I'm gonna take those hinges off. And when I take those hinges out of that post, this gate, which is twisted, is gonna fall. It's gonna fall. So we're just gonna see how we can do with it. But it don't look good. Let's see how it goes. I don't know. Not a lot of screws down here. Yep. Ain't no ASMR, whatever the hell that crap is in this video. Hey.
Trying to talk and work at the same time?
Yeah. You're gonna be on camera. So, get the sun out of my eyes and your eyes. We're out here. I got my helper out here digging. We're gonna have some nice holes here, 30-inch square by 3 foot deep. Plus or minus, and then we'll get them over here and do another one. We've got those fences moved and braced out of the way. We'll be in here. Truck shows up at 10.
I thought it was 11.
11? I thought it was 10.
Ask Denise.
All right. I guess the difference between 10 and 11 could be a big deal.
It could be.
So the inspector came by and she said we're doing a good job. So we've got some gravel in the bottom of that hole. You can see that. I got about 2 or 3 inches of gravel in there. We're going to put a couple of bricks under the post, and we're going to see if we can strap it up against this driveway and then pour. And so we're digging the second hole, and we've almost got that ready to go. So we're on target. Looking good. We got that one filled, so now we're going to fill this one up. Here we go. We got truck's all gone. Let me show you what we've got here. It's 6 foot 3 inches above the driveway surface here. So 6 foot 3 inches. And that's a 6 foot fence, so that's about perfect. We're going to cut that fence. We're going to have to cut that fence back just a little bit, and we're going to bring that fence right in here, and then I'll put some brackets on here to tie into the fence. That'll be all right. we'll see how that works. This one's in, not quite as clean, but it's in. And so we got, they're standing, they're set up, they're not going anywhere. We got 1.5 yards just about in each one. Well, we're doing some ciphering on these gate hinges. Let me show you. So I got these old, they're corral, gates, and so they got these hinges here, and so they're plenty big enough to go through that 6-inch pipe, right? And so I got to go cut some holes for them. This one's adjustable, which makes finding the hole center a lot easier. Inch. If I go 1 inch, then I can always cut a little bit off over there if I need to. That's the part I'm trying to figure out. But anyways, so I got a nice hole saw. Somewhere that I'm going to use to cut the hole over there. So I'm getting ready to do that, and I had to stop what I was doing, come out here and do some ciphering and figure this part out. And I don't work super fast. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that, but I'm going to get it right. All right, so we got some stuff, reversing rust or converting rust. Anyways, it's rust converting metal primer, Chloroseal. So you brush that stuff on, it's pretty impressive. And that's already turned, you put it on and it goes on kind of a white creamy look, but it just turns black when it has reacted to the rust. And it dries. They say give it 24 hours, it's already dry to the touch. But they say give it 24 hours before a coat. But those were just old rusty well pipes. But they look like brand new pipes. That's pretty impressive stuff. Anyways, how to make a good primer for the paint job. My luck, it'll prevent my welding rod from burning through. Well, we're trying to drill these holes for the hole saw, and it's kind of tough because the metal's kind of soft on the last hole. You got one here and there. We got those 4 done on that one, so we're getting there. I'm getting tired, but you can see we got both of those, and it's hard with the hole saw because this metal's kind of soft, and so once you get through, the pilot wants to cut in the center, and it lets the hole saw drift around a little bit on the outside. I'm having a real tough time on it, but last one. I've only broken 1 bit so far. We're gonna give this another go. Hopefully, and next time you see me, we'll be all done, and we won't be going to Walmart or Home Depot for new drill bits. Okay, so now these bolts go in the holes we just drilled, and there's 4 of them. There's 2 on this one, and there's 2 on this one. So those 4 go in those 4 bolt holes, 8 holes, whatever, those locations. And we'll go put those on, and then you drop the gate on and start snugging everything up, I guess. Well, there's the gate hanging. How about them apples? Huh? There you go. So you use these bolts to adjust it in and out, to raise or lower the end of the gate. They open and close freely. Can't beat that with a stick. It's better than that crap we had. So, I mean, I've got some more to do to them. I'm gonna go ahead and put fence boards on them. But the hard part's in, and it was something else. But we did all that concrete today. Stick these poles in. Put a nice new gate on it. So there's some other stuff we're working on. You've seen part of it, and my buddy's still helping me. We put this electrical line in here. This pit's still open because we're getting ready to get in here and bore underneath my patio. We'll go around that side and I'll show you what we're talking about. So here's our electrical panel, and we're gonna have to come out from underneath this fence. We've started digging the pit right here, but we'll run the electrical PVC up into the bottom of that box. But we're coming right through here. So we've already moved. We had to get rid of a bunch of these pavers. And so we've dug that out. And we'll get on the other side of the fence from our pit, and we'll bore underneath there into this pit here, and we'll bore out of this pit right over there, because that's a straight line. It's a straight line right here to my circuit breaker, so you can see where my power lines come down into it. So yeah, that's the rest of the project. So that's all I'm going to do for today, and we'll keep you guys updated as we go along. Talk to you later. Hey guys, Papa Fix It here. We're back. I've been trying to make some content and get back up for you guys, but I've been just hopscotching around, so busy. I've got a thing I'm working on today. Try to get this thing posted up to you, but let me show you. Way up there in front of the Expedition, you can see I put in those corral style gates up there. Well, I'm gonna cover those up with these fence boards. So what I'm gonna do is take these 2x4s right here, and I'm gonna bolt those 2x4s onto those corral style gates, and then I'm going to screw these fence boards onto those 2x4s. I'll show you as we go. What I've done is I've gone ahead and I've taken these boards and I've trimmed them off, and I've shaped them into an arch. So when I get them all mounted up there at the gate, they should be arched in the opening. It ought to come out all right. I patterned it all out and cut it, and then neglected to film it, but I got a bunch of holes drilled in these 2x4s. So now I got to go up and mark those corral panels, and I'll drill some holes in those panels. Get all those things bolted on, and get all those 2x4s bolted on, and I'll have get my screw gun out, and we'll start putting those fence boards on there. See how it turns out. I think it'll be all right when we're said and done. We're getting ready to have a 4th of July thing here this weekend, and I've got company coming with some dogs, and I got to close that gate up so the dogs don't get out. Anyways, this is what we're trying to do today. Happy 4th of July, y'all. It's to our 250th birthday. Stay safe. Don't lose any fingers if you can help it. If you do, don't let it be due to fireworks. I mean, have it due to a hammer or something. All right, well, let me show you what we've got up. So we've got 3 rows of the 2x4s there, and we're gonna mount these fence boards up there. And what I did is I came through and I drilled through that top rail, and I put a carriage bolt through there on all 3 tiers and tighten them down. So now I have something to screw to. So now I've got, these are the old fence boards, but I've got the new ones over there. They're cutting an arch. We're gonna lay them out here now, and the arch will start here and it'll come up high in the center and then go down on that side. So we've got half of it ready to have fence boards. So we're gonna start putting fence boards up and see what half of it looks like. Yeehaw. Well, boys and girls, there's half of it. What do you think? You can see the nice arc to it. And right on top of this post, I'm gonna have a lamp mounted up there. I gotta trim that very last board. The rest of them I think I can live with. But we'll go in there and trim that up. But you know, it closes completely. It clears the driveway. It clears the driveway with 1 inch and so to spare. When we pour this side, we just make sure we clear it. If I have to, I can still adjust it with these hinges to lift it up or down to clear the concrete, but that's how it looks on the back side. And yeah, man, it opens easily, swings freely. I got the Old Glory, the new Old Glory waving. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy 4th. Sweet. That looks good.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that looks good.
That's my man.
Hey Papa, can you fix a gate? I can, it just takes me 3 months. All right, the gate's up. No more dogs getting loose this weekend when the fireworks go off and all that crazy stuff. Look at down there, a little dog peeking underneath the fence down there. You guys have a happy 4th of July.